First predictions for this year's Atlantic hurricane season are in. Researchers at Colorado State University are calling for a slightly below average season. Chief Meteorologist Bobby Deskins is joining us now, breaking down the new prediction.
Yeah, and it's what we've been talking about, El Nino coming on. That puts a lot of wind shear over the Atlantic basin, and that wind shear makes it hard for hurricanes to form. So let's look at the numbers for what they're worth, right? I don't put a lot of weight into these. We've got a 5-day cone when we have a hurricane that's coming towards us or anywhere, right? And we know that we don't even know exactly where that storm's going to go 5 days out. So these forecasts months out just give us an idea of how busy the season may or may not be. And because of El Nino, they're going 13 named storms. This is Dr. Phil Klotzbach from Colorado State. 6 of these will become hurricanes, and 2 of those would be major Cat 3 or higher storms. The normal 14 named storms, 7 hurricanes, and 3 majors. So pretty close to normal, but a little bit below it, okay? And one of the reasons why, obviously, is El Nino with the wind shear. But also, if you look at the water temperatures, a little bit warmer than normal in the Gulf, Western Caribbean, but you see there's some cool spots, especially when you get out towards the central tropical parts of the Atlantic. That type of thing, plus the wind shear, generally leads to us having a little less activity. But it only takes one storm. 1992 only had 7 named storms. The first one was Andrew. And, of course, that slammed Miami, changed the building codes in Florida. Here's the list of the names for this year. I think Marco's probably my favorite on there. I hope we don't get that far. What do they say? 13, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we would, if we get 13 storms, we'd end up at Marco. We'll see. All right, radar. Let's talk some rain. This is beneficial rain. There's actually a couple of good little downpours here along and just north of I-4 into Polk County. Let's start up north. We had decent rain in Hernando County about an hour to 2 hours ago. Most of that has fallen apart, and I don't see a lot for you this evening. So if you head out, you may see 1 or 2 sprinkles, but don't look for a lot. Pinellas and Hillsborough, we got a good wave coming through now. This will get into Safety Harbor, I think, down towards Feather Sound area, but it's real spotty and it's thinning as it comes across. So just a few showers here left over. Couple good downpours in the mix there, but I don't see any lightning, thunderstorms, none of that. And then you can see Polk County, Hardy, DeSoto, Highland still seeing some showers. This will try and get into Manatee and Sarasota, but this is similar to what we've seen over the last couple of evenings, but a little less coverage altogether. The East Coast still dealing with the rain. You can see obviously the easterly flow, east to northeast winds, and some heavier rainfall, Cocoa Beach down to Indian River Inlet area. 25-mile-per-hour gusts in Tampa, 29 in Zephyr Hills, 30 in Sarasota, 33 out in Winter Haven. So we still have the winds, and they will come down a touch tomorrow. I would call tomorrow breezy, sure. Tonight, breezy. Overnight, not as much wind, and a sprinkle or 2. That is possible. Then tomorrow, this wind actually kind of sticks around. It comes down just a touch, but overall, this northeast flow that comes in off of the ocean continues. The air will dry out. The rain chances will come down really about 10%. That's it for tomorrow. You can see the white caps that are out there on part of the bay. Skyway in the background, 77 degrees, dew points in the mid-60s. That number is actually going to drop a little bit, so we're going to get a little less humidity. 77 in West Chase, 74 at Fishhawk, 68 in Winter Haven, 81 in Sarasota. Pretty good difference. Here's the rain chance for this evening, 7:30 to 8:30. There's that small chance. It's just a few showers. After that, we tend to dry out. That's overnight into early tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow afternoon, we'll be lucky to get 1 or 2 showers here. This is 10 a.m. That's about 4 in the afternoon. We're not seeing much. All right, so the bottom line is we're bringing the rain chances down, 10% tomorrow, and then dry all the way through next week. We're bringing the air temps up, mid-80s this weekend, mid to upper 80s by next week. And we're going to keep the humidity relatively low through Sunday, and then it'll start to creep up a little bit next week.